Okay guys, Sunday the 27th of August and we're on the FTSE 100. So let's have a quick recap of this market from last week in relation to our Sunday analysis, and then we'll have a look at the market for the trading week ahead. Now just quickly, I am going on holiday next week, so the review videos, these weekly review videos, it's going to be completely dependent on if I have any Wi-Fi, basically. I'm heading over to India, so I'm not too sure what the connection is going to be like. I'm traveling around. If I can get on at the weekends, I will happily post these videos up. It also means that during the week, live trade videos, obviously I'm not going to be trading, so I'm not going to be posting those, but I do have a few other videos that are going to post up whilst I'm away. So hopefully you guys find them useful. Okay, so the FTSE 100 from last week, what were we looking at? We were looking at this key level of support identified from back at this level, right here. We were looking at the potential for a double top setting up, like so. And we went over how if we broke below this level, we could expect a stronger movement down. Whilst above, this remained key support. Now the market came down on the Monday, found support at this level, and then we found a nice strong bullish rally. So what did we do last week? What did I do with subscribers? Basically, we were looking to sell into rallies up until this level right here. So we found resistance on Tuesday at around about the 400 level. Once we got up into here, we were continuing to sell into this market, and then coming into Thursday, what I went over was if we started to break up above these levels, we could expect to see a rally up toward at least 7425 up here. So really a 25, 30 point bounce if we started to break above these levels. Now we broke up above those levels, we had the nice bullish run up, and then we started to go over next levels of resistance, which is very, very key resistance, 7430 up into 7445. When we got up into those levels, we were looking for sell positions once again. Now, we were looking to sell into rallies. However, once we found the resistance at these levels, and we confirmed it by having a little bit of rejection here on Tuesday, and then on the Wednesday selling off but holding at those high levels, the market is then giving us clues. It's telling us that it's finding resistance at these levels, strong resistance. Sellers are attempting to step in every time the market pushes up into it. What's that suggesting also? It's suggesting if we break up above, we will see the rally. So that's why we started to look for buy positions as soon as we broke up above this area. What did we use for our next target? We came back into May of 2017. We used all of these pins. You can see them, there's numerous pins. One here, one here, one here, one here, and the two here also. Okay, so now coming into next week, what are we looking at? Well, the first thing is this level remains key. We're still watching at this area. First of all, it continues to be strong support. If we do see a move back down there, it's worth looking for potential bullish positions. If we break below, it's opening up the much stronger move down on this market. Now we have that potential double top, a very, very large double top on the daily time frame. However, we are also producing a double bottom. It's a little bit easier to see on the 4 hours, so I'm going to drop down. Okay, so all the way down, we have that bullish bounce. All the way down, and then we have that bullish bounce once again. So what are we also looking at next week? Let me just delete these two arrows from that central pivot. We're looking at this key level of resistance, really up into these highs. So up into 7.4, let's say 7.450, because there is the nice spike down on this candle here from the 9th of August. If we see, well, first of all, this remains key resistance. If the market comes back up, it's worthwhile continuing to look for potential sell positions. However, if we break up above this level now, if the market starts to break up above 7,450, except above 7,450, we can expect a rally. And really, the rally expectations would be up toward at least 7,500 to 7,520. This whole section right here. So if we do start to break above, it's worthwhile looking for those potential buy positions and the move higher. Now, what I also want to go over is on the daily time frame. Although we have had a couple of pin bars on this market, one here on Thursday and one here on Friday. Really, we need to see the market starting to break down below these levels before we can expect to see the stronger movement down, really. Now, what I'm also looking at on the 4 hour is, so what you can see is where I've put that line, this pause of price action here. This is really a good level to watch on this market also. First of all, where the market is currently sitting. If it is going to come back up, attempt to break these levels, this is a good level of support to look for it. If we break down below this level, then the market is very likely coming back down to retest these lows, which are, you know, the bottom of the double bottom and those key levels from the daily time frame. So we're basically waiting to see which way the market is going to break. If it breaks up, we're going to have a strong movement up. If it breaks down, we're going to have a very, very strong movement down on the FTSE. You know, over the medium term, if it's a breakdown, we're looking for that move back down towards 7,220 first, and then really 7,180, 7,190, and I would expect to see 7,150. So those are the main things I'm looking at. Key support, key resistance, sorry, up at these levels. 7,4, really 7,430 up to 7,4, around about 7,450. Here, looking for those potential sell positions. If we break up above, looking for the buys and a stronger movement up into previous highs. If we come down and retest this level, it remains support. If we break down below, looking for that potential resistance and expectations of a stronger movement down on the FTSE, really to 7,220 at a minimum first, before we start to see strong support coming back in. And then coming into next week also, it's really this whole section here. So at the bottom of the pin bar from Thursday, down to round about 7,355, 7,350. It's a good level to look for the potential clues. It's worthwhile looking for support, and it's worthwhile looking for resistance if we break down below. If we start to break down below, just be a little bit cautious of where the MA200 is sitting on the daily time frame, and really adjust your zone size to incorporate that level. Okay guys, so that is everything for going into next week. We've got basically a double message here. The double top, the smaller double bottom, waiting to see which way the market wants to break. This is a good level to look for early clues. Breaks up above this level, expectations of the stronger move up. Breaks down below this level, it's really turning the FTSE a lot more bearish in the medium term. And we would start to look for the move down to these previous lows right here. Okay, so as always, I hope that was helpful. I hope you all have a good trading week next week, guys. I'm going to be in India, really trying my best not to scrape candlesticks into the dirt when I'm having withdrawal symptoms. Okay, so I'm James Orr, and thank you, guys.